to Kitten Up Kitten, and I am doing a whip today. I'm going to work on a whip, and thought I would pull this one out. So I'm going to put an image of this canvas up here. This is Demure Wisdom, which is by Dimitri Milan for Diamond Art Club. It's a 51 by 69 centimetre or 20 by 27 inch canvas in square. 60 colours. We have 4 ABs, one of which is this beautiful red colour there. This is what I was working on last night on the live, so thank you to everybody who joined us last night. I know that the last couple of months I have been a little less active than normal, just for a number of reasons, but it is Christmas Eve, and I'm trying to film a couple of videos so that next week I can post up videos while I am at home, because I'd really like to spend a little bit of time. I'm off for 10 days and I just want to spend a little bit of time with my husband. I want to be able to sit and watch Christmas films with him, and diamond paint. I want to diamond paint all week long, so I do intend to do that. I do have my little Snoopy canvas, which will be perfect to take in the front room and work on that. So before I get too far into this, welcome to my channel. If you have been here before, welcome back. You know what to expect. Any noise in the background, I have got the 3D printers running. They are in my room. I do need to do an update of my craft room. However, currently I have all the Christmas presents stashed in here ready to be wrapped, which will be happening tomorrow, so I can't show you till it's tidy. But there will be the noise of the machines. You may hear the dogs barking, you may hear my husband. I apologise. For anyone who's brand new, welcome to my channel. If you are interested in getting details for any of the products that I have in my Etsy shop, finding out who Penny from Cow Sparkle is, all info is in the description box, and included in that is my Etsy shop, Penny's Cow Sparkle's Etsy shop. There is also a link to Diamond Art Club. If you are buying for the first time from Diamond Art Club and you go through that link, not only will you get a discount on your first order, but I will also benefit from a little bit of commission, which I did recently. I don't know who ordered, I'm not given names, but thank you. There is also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee. If you do want to help support the channel, that is where you will find all of that info. So this is my method of working today, but let's go through what I'm using. First of all, I have my Sam cover papers. These are cover papers that come from Penny at Cow Sparkles. She's got lots of beautiful designs. I'm literally working with these because they were already on here. I'm also using my pink standard cook tray. These were a limited edition colour earlier this year. Please keep an ear out for news on limited edition colours, etc. in the new year. I have some changes that I am making. I am also using one of my super light foam poly pens. These are made with foam polymer clay, very squishy, nice and comfortable if you have hand problems, so I'm using that. I think that's it. The storage I am using is storage that I've made myself. I've used an A4 document box. I have loads of different size pots, and I like the shallow pots because these remind me of the Elizabeth Ward. They're very easy to pot dip, and it means that I can mix and match sizes of pots to what I need. I have even bigger pots than this. I also have some A5 document boxes and even A6, so if it's a little one, then I can just use little pots. So that's what I'm using. So thank you for joining me. The plan is, like I said, to get a couple of videos done so that I can spend the week diamond painting. Pretty much I did this section last night when I was doing the live. So this is only the second time this week that I've actually been able to sit down and diamond paint. It has been crazy busy. I have been out today. We went for a nice long walk with the dogs and my mother-in-law. And we had a little bit of a buffet, so we've done that today. I mean, it's pretty mild for Christmas, gotta say. But it was a very enjoyable walk with the dogs. Storm is definitely getting much fitter because she's running around more now, which is good. So I've come home, we've set the printers running. I am currently printing a new filament that we are trying out. Fingers crossed it will work. But if not, hey, it's fine. If you are interested, I believe I have one standard lilac lavender for Lisa tray and a couple of the mini ones. They are on the Etsy shop currently, but please note that if you do order at this point, orders will not be going out until the first week in January, as I am taking time off. Shout out to Katrina, you know why. It may be that I end up packaging them up and sending them out next week, but I'm not promising because, you know, don't get much time off. But she did say, bless her, I'll be grateful to get it some point in January. Bless your heart. But yeah, any orders coming in now may not be sent out until the first week of January, just to make you aware. Other than that, what have I been up to? Well, clearly bought all the Christmas presents on Amazon on Monday to get them all delivered. So they're all sitting here waiting to be wrapped up, so that's a big job for tomorrow. And usually Christmas Eve for the last 3 years, I'm just going to find my next colour, which is this one. We would have on Christmas Eve, I used to work and I'd have to work 2 of the 3 days of Christmas. So one year it'd be Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, or Christmas Day and Boxing Day. You get the feeling. So for 3 years we have done a little family get together on Christmas Eve. Well, this year's different because now I have a job where I get a whole 10 days off. So this year we are not doing anything tomorrow. Instead, you may not see this video before then anyway, so I might be talking about the past event here. We're actually going to have a family get together on Boxing Day instead. So lots of nibbly snacky bits, and the kids are going to come over with their kids, and we're just going to hang out, watch Home Alone possibly. It depends what we can find. That is pretty standard for us for Christmas Eve, and it's just nice, which would normally be standard for Christmas Eve, but because I'm off this year, we're actually going to do that Boxing Day. So it'll be good because it means the kids will all get presents again on Boxing Day, so they won't get everything all in one go on Christmas Day. So really looking forward to spending time with them. Maybe we can get a group photo. That would be nice. We've done it previous years where we've pulled faces and stuff. It's always been quite funny. Christmas Day for us, however, will be a quiet one. It is just the 4 of us. I will be cooking dinner. I have a very damp tray. I think it's just because it's cold in here. Christmas Day, I do like cooking Christmas Day dinner. I really do. And Christmas Day will consist of opening presents in the morning, and then me and my mum will start the Christmas dinner prep. I will say that I tend to start drinking with a snowball late morning, and then alternate between snowballs, Disaronno, vodka, and Baileys. Do like a Baileys at Christmas. Lucky for me, I have one very large bottle of Baileys which I've had since last year. I also have another bottle of Baileys which I got from the lovely Penni, bless her. And then I got a bottle of Irish cream as a present as well. So I'm well away for the Christmas season. I'm pucker. Anyone who's interested, I am using double-sided tape in my pen. Everybody's raving about this new blue tack and nano tape putty mix. I've been seeing it everywhere. If anyone has got any issues using it, please let me know. However, I have gone back to double-sided tape just because once it's bedded in, it lasts for ages and I can use it on everything. However, I do have a purple Diamond Art Club pen that's got pink wax in it, which I find quite helpful for ABs. So the plan is, I switched to this. I pulled this out because I tend to have a mix of canvases as ongoing projects. Now obviously we've not long come out of DIY DP November, when of course I was working on my my conversion, but once that was over, I wanted to put that away. I was working on, still am working on, Firefly Firework, which is a round, but I hung it up the other day and pulled this out to do a square because I do prefer to do squares. I will go back to Firefly, but this next year I've got some changes I want to make. There are things that I want to try and do. Number one, I want to try and get into a bit of a routine when it comes to filming. It is much easier now with me doing a live on a Friday. So my plan is to try and do is that all of them? That didn't take long. Is to try and do 2 videos plus the live every week. So I'm hoping to do it so that one goes out on a Monday, one goes out on a Wednesday, and then we have the live on the Friday, because that means that I can film over the weekend when I'm off. So that is the plan. I also want to build up the Etsy shop a bit as well, looking at new products that we can add in. So there will be some new things coming in, but there are also things that are going out. Cover minders are going out because I just don't sell enough of them. You know, I really don't. So it's not worth it. But of course we have added in the funnels and the cat and dog mobile phone stand, which have been quite popular. We've got a couple of other things that will be coming in as well. And of course, despite me saying it numerous times before, we will be getting that larger bloody tray, because my husband is going to be working on it. So that's his focus for this next year. Big tray. We need a big tray. The other thing I want to change as well is I want to be able to do limited edition colours more often. Not every month, but every couple of months maybe. I quite like being able to use different colours, trying different filaments, that sort of thing, to give you guys some variety as well. And especially now that we are in this room, we've got a bit of storage space. Not a lot, but certainly enough to make us start up building some of the colours up. So that's all going on. Personally, I also need to make time to see my granddaughter more, because she's getting to an age now that she really misses us. So yeah, I want to be able to spend a bit more time with her. But right now, obviously, my focus is Christmas. So yeah, been out today, come home, thought, right, I can do a whip and possibly one other video as well, and that hopefully will keep you guys going over the next few days. But it also means that I've got a week where I can just literally sit and diamond paint, because I don't get enough time to do that. I really don't. And certainly just recently. The Etsy shop takes a lot of time, but it's moving in the right direction. So just got to keep building that. It'll all be good. Hope that you're all okay. Forgot to ask, but I hope that you're doing well. Penny, of course, if you don't know, Penny is my very good friend, Calb's Sparkles. She is, of course, getting geared up for her event in January. Well, not an event, her challenge in January. So for those of you that already know, maybe you don't, if you don't know, last year, or this year, early part of this year, Penny did a challenge where she managed to do a conversion in 45 days. So she's doing the challenge again, however, she's only doing it over the month instead of the 2 months that she was going to do last year. I have no doubt that she will be able to do it. So if you are not already subscribed to Penny at Calb Sparkles and you love conversions, please do, because she is that, you know, conversions are totally her thing. She absolutely loves them. Not that I don't, I do, but not to the extent she does. I am perfectly happy to be working on a square drill project and B, a printed canvas. No apologies here, especially because this is quite a blocky canvas as well, which you will see when we get onto this bit, because we've got like 3 colours in there. But you know, confetti makes it interesting. Colour blocking keeps it moving. Currently this room is an absolute mess, but come tomorrow I will get all of the presents wrapped and under the tree, and then I will be able to do a little craft room tour. I am also going to be doing an end of year review, just to go through the stuff that I've got completed this year, which is quite a few actually. I've done quite well, I think, this year. Lots of people have been doing the same on the DAC group as well, you know, putting up the pictures of all the ones they've done. I haven't taken pictures of all mine. I feel like I don't need to because I've got the YouTube, but yeah, I do want to go through my tracker and just have a look at what I've got done, what I've still got left to do. It'd be quite interesting, I think. Where is my Y? It is there. I do love these pots. They're so easy to get drills in and out of. Not too many of these needed, so I'm going to single place them. I hope that I haven't got the camera in such a position that you can't see what I'm doing. In the new year, I have had to move my desk because of the printers, getting that 3rd printer. So I do need to get another clamp to clamp a light onto my left hand side, because at the minute I have a light coming from the left hand side and one coming from the right. But having the one from the right means I cast a shadow on my own whip, and I don't like it. It is not good. Bizarrely, I do not have any diamond paintings this year for Christmas. I couldn't really find anything I wanted desperately until today. And what came out today? Steampunk Cat Daddy. Oh my god, I want that canvas so badly, but completely the worst time of year for it to come out. So I will keep that in my wish list for now. I also need to say a massive thank you to the lovely Betsy, who donated to my Buy Me a Coffee, so I do actually have some funds that I'll be able to use to place an order, but next year. I'm gonna wait, make sure I get the right one. But thank you so much to you, Betsy. As always, you are an absolute diamond. And I kind of think, I feel like this week has been a whole week of just constantly working to get stuff clear. before Christmas, so I am so looking forward to having a chance just to sit down and just to chill. It's the one thing that people that do YouTube miss the most, because yes, we're sitting here and we're diamond painting, but we're not chilling. We are actually, you know, thinking about what we're saying, thinking about what we want to put into action. Videos will go back to having comments read out on them in the new year as well. The reason I didn't do that today is because I know that this video may be done in bits and pieces, because I have got other stuff to do. Very sticky tray today. If you do find that you get your trays sort of not releasing your drills very well, sometimes it just needs a little bit of a wipe out. If you do use any form of liquid to clean your tray, please make sure you leave it long enough for it to dry out properly. But sometimes you can just run a trying to think of the word now. You could just run a dryer sheet over it, and that will help stop them sticking a bit. And it could just be that. It could just be that my tray needs a bit of a clean out. Because, you know, they do pick up dust and stuff. You'd be surprised. I also have this feeling that I may have to change my double-sided tape, because it doesn't seem to be picking up very well. It may be that I used it yesterday for the ABs, which is why I don't normally. I've got in the habit of using a Diamond Art Club pen with wax for my ABs. I've literally only had one AB on here so far, so yeah, you see it's not picking up very well. So I may have to, let me just see, I'm just going to get my tweezers and I'm just going to pop that out, and I'm going to turn it round and pop it back in again, because very often that will be enough. And this is quite a deep, it's quite a deep nib as well. Let's squish that back in there and see if that works. If not, I will refill it. So we don't have too many Christmas traditions. It will be the four of us on Christmas Day. We will have our Christmas dinner quite late. We may, you know, it's not unknown for me to have a nap Christmas Day, but we will then crack out a board game in the early evening and have a drink or six and play Monopoly or something. So oh Sam, if you didn't see what I did then, I was nudging them up and I squished it enough that they just jumped off. Not the best example, is it? Although after seeing my funnel demo, which was a complete disaster, you shouldn't be too surprised. I will say I have pretty much put aside all of my pens. I have pretty much been using these pens alone. They're so comfortable and they're so light, and because they're a bit shorter, they're just a bit easier to handle, I think. I am prejudiced, of course, because it is my own product, but you know, I think I've got 2 pens left out of the 10 that I put on last week. So that's another thing I want to do over Christmas. I want to make some more pens, because they do seem to go well. The question isn't whether they sell well now, because it's the first run I've done properly. The question is, do they keep selling? That will be the biggest test. But I certainly like them. They are the only pen that doesn't make my fingers ache. And if I go to use a different pen now, it just feels so heavy. I hadn't realised how heavy the resin pens are. But for me, with my dodgy hands, my dodgy fingers, I find the softer pen. It's also the fact that it does mould over time to the way you hold your pen. So of course it gets to be, over time it just gets more perfect because it moulds, and you'll find that you're having to turn your pen round to get it in the right place because that's how you normally use it. It doesn't work with every polymer clay. I need to point that out. The stuff that I use is a foam polymer, which is why they're called polyfoam pens. I do love the colours in this canvas. It is very, very pastel-y, and of course, you know, a lot of people do like to do a Christmas canvas at Christmas. I am not one of them. I will do whatever any time of year. It doesn't bother me. So currently I have Demure Wisdom, which is a square, on the go. I also have Corgi Nights from Dreamer Designs. That is my in-car kit, which currently is in a bag in my hallway because we just took everything out the back of my car to put the dog cage in. I also have Firefly Firework, which is a extremely long round. I've got more F's in this. What makes me laugh is it's F and U, so FU. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of round. I will buy an image in rounds if it's an image that I want. It won't put me off, but it's quite nice to do a square for a bit. I would imagine that the next whip that I do will be on Firefly though, because I do want to get it finished. And of course I have added in the glow-in-the-dark drills on that one, so it does look phenomenal when the light's been on for a while. So I think next year, let me just have a swig of my coffee, I think next year a lot of it will be about finding new stuff. We very much want to increase what we're selling on Etsy, and they won't necessarily be diamond painting bits either. You know, there's cable tidies that we can do. I still haven't made Penny one of these. This is my cable tidy, and if you're like me and you've got a million things, it's just so easy to have something. I actually have this with magnets and it sits on the metal frame. Such an easy thing to do, but so effective. We're looking at doing floss drops. I think it was Mandy who mentioned about floss drops for embroidery and cross stitch. So we're going to look at floss drops because they look quite easy to do. So that is the plan for next year. The other thing, of course, is as it stands right now, I am 2 subscribers away from that 1,000 mark. Now, it might not seem like it's a big deal, especially if you're one of those people that's sitting there with thousands of subscribers, but it means a big deal to me. It's a big step for me because I didn't expect to get to that. So I am hoping that over the next 2 days I get those 2 subscribers in. So please, if you have been here before, or if you've even just come here for the first time and you quite like, you know, dotting along while you're listening, please do consider subscribing. I know it takes a minute, but literally 30% of the people that view my channel are not subscribed. I just need 2 of you. So I could be talking to you right now and you could be the person that gets me to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Please do, especially in light of the fact that I will be trying to be a little bit more organised. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot going on, and if life happens then I just won't do it. But if I can try and get a little bit of a schedule going so that you guys all know when I'm going to post up. Being subscribed makes it a lot easier because you'll be notified straight away. And especially if you hit that notification icon, because that will alert you as soon as I post up. And I fully intend in this next year to do last minute pop-up sales and limited edition colours, you know, impromptu lives. By being subscribed and by hitting that notification, you will not miss a single thing. That's what it's all about this next year. Nearly there. I love it when I'm doing a colour blocking section, because I know once I've got this colour in, I've got one and I can just plough through it. I can just get all of those drills in very quickly. And that will be another section done. However, I do think after this section I'm going to switch over for the rest of today on Firefly, because I do want to get that one finished. What is stopping me rolling on it all the time is, although I love colour blocking, even I have my limits, and there is a lot of colour blocking. Do not buy that kit unless you are prepared to do large sections of colour blocking, because there's a lot, especially on the top 2/3 of that painting. I'm not even halfway. I'm nowhere near there yet, but I will get there. It will get done. And this next year also, I'm not going to worry about how many whips I've got on the go. I'm not going to stress about it. I've got somewhere to hang them. I'm not hurting anyone, you know. If I fancy pulling out a kit, then I'm just going to do it. I may even be really naughty and just pull out a kit and kit it up and then do it, because I can. It's my channel. So I'm going to go and refresh my coffee, because this one's getting a little bit cold. Might switch my tray out as well, because this tray seems to be quite sticky. It might need... I mean, I do use my pink tray a lot. It is my favourite colour. Not my favourite colour normally, purple's my favourite colour, but in a tray, the pink is my favourite colour, most definitely. So bear with me, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I had a quick break and now I'm back. So I'm literally filling in this section with the 3865, which is my least favourite colour to colour block with. Like, I know a lot of people don't like 310. I would rather do 310. So pouring lots into my tray, get them to line up nicely. I know some people do turn their trays round. I always pick up horizontally and lay down vertically. I don't know why, just habit, I guess. It's just the way I do it. But that's where these squishy pens come into their own. They're just so easy to work with and so light. Even with metal tips in, you can put plastic or metal. Just so easy to multi-place. But I hate multi-placing with white. Didn't pick that up very well. So once this video is done, I will edit it and upload to YouTube, ready to be scheduled. I then intend on doing an update, a year reflection, I think. So it won't be diamond painting as such. It will be more a look through some of the canvases that I've done. I haven't got them all out. I'm not going to go fetch them all out because I've got enough to do today. But I can certainly go through my tracker and show you some of the canvases that I've still got down here because they're hanging up, which will be interesting. Of course, next year will also include, yet again, hashtag DIY DP May 24 and November 24. It will be coming back bigger and better. There will be some changes. Really looking forward to it. But in the meantime, because you know, I'm not one of them people that will work on my conversion a lot when I'm not doing the event. You know, I do like my printed canvases, but I also need to build my stash up a little bit more. I mean, I had a look last night, so with what I'm working on currently, I've got 27, which isn't that bad, is it? Let's face it, it could be worse. So yeah, main goals, I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers. That would be the best Christmas present for me, so please do if you haven't already. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be any more professional. I'm not going to promise that it's going to be any more together, but I certainly want to take the YouTube up a notch. I want to keep building on the Etsy shop because that is what is going to keep me going. And a big thank you, really. I think this is a good time to say a big thank you to all of you, for every single one of you that has been with me for over 2 years now. I mean, it's taken me this long to get near that 1,000 mark, but that's fine. I'd rather grow slowly. I would rather have less people and have better. And I have some fabulous subscribers. I don't know what I would do without you all. You're like my therapy, you know. I just sit here talking at you every time I do a video. But yeah, definitely a time to reflect, and a thank you to those of you that have been with me since the beginning, and to those of you that have come on more recently. Do love the little community that we've got. I of course have made a very good best friend in the lovely Penny, who I met through doing YouTube. Isn't that bizarre? How different my life would have been if I had never met Penny. Absolutely love her to bits. So it's been a good year. So many things have happened in the last year. There's been some down times as well, you know, losing my dad. But then we've gained Storm. You know, she's become a big part of our family. We've had house stuff going on. The cabin is now practically done. It's just finishing touches now. You know, I now have a craft room. This time last year, I was still working on my nail table in the sunroom. So this year we have plans to get a newer caravan for holidays. We also intend to get some quotes to change the sunroom. We want to do some rebuilding work. So yeah, lots to look forward to. And of course, hearing your comments. I love to hear what you're up to and what you're working on and what your plans are. So there we go for comments on this video. Let me know, what plans have you got for 2024? Maybe you want to get through some of your stash. Maybe you've got a nice big stash and you really need to get through some of it. Maybe you want to try something different. You know, I'm not saying that you can only watch these videos if you're a diamond painter. That is not true. You can listen and do whatever craft that you would like. Happy to have you along anyway. But yeah, tell me, what are your plans for 2024? I definitely want to be a more hands-on nana. Because although my daughter says she doesn't try to make me feel guilty, I do feel guilty, you know, when your granddaughter's saying that she misses you. And wondering, I think what got me was the fact she said, do you think Nana and Pops miss me? Absolutely, my sweetie, we do. So I definitely want to make more time. I've got to get better at using my time more wisely. Instead of wasting, if you knew how many times I've got home from work and I've had time to do a video or to do a bit of housework or to go and see my granddaughter and haven't, because I've gone for a nap. And I'm not slating naps. I like nothing more than a good afternoon nap. But do I need to do it practically every day? The answer is no, I do not. So, and I'm very aware that the more that I get done, the better I actually feel and the better I sleep. So I need to try and be a little bit more active, you know, before I'm too old to do it. That would be good. I am, of course, you know, I do have a handful of nail people left. Not many, not gonna lie. I don't do as much as I used to because my hands are so bad, but I still have everything there and I do enjoy that part of my life. But you know, in this last year especially, YouTube and Etsy have definitely got bigger. So I need to grow with it. I'm not going to get any more drills because I've got more than enough in here to finish this. It's just a case of getting them to line up nicely. The biggest thing, it's hard to believe that it was only this time last year that I started even producing trays. So to now be at a point where we've got 3 machines, I mean, it's fabulous. But there would definitely be more things coming to the Etsy shop that will not necessarily be diamond painting stuff, because, you know, we got the 3D printers for a reason. Both myself, you know, and my husband want to be able to benefit from having these little things that we can do, and it's my new retirement plan. Who knows where I'll be by the end of 2024. So yeah, some changes, but in a good way, nothing too major. I joke all the time that I'm going to get to 1,000 subscribers then quit YouTube. It won't happen, I promise. I really enjoy it. I love the community that we've got, and it is a habit. I mean, I've been doing this for nearly 3 years now. It is a hobby that has very much stuck with me. I can't imagine not diamond painting. Okay, that is that section done. Lovely. I think this is the colours in her hair are just so, I do not think this canvas does this image justice. I do know a couple of people don't like this one because there's a random eye in her neck. But I bought this because I wanted to try different artists. That was the whole point. So I, for one, am quite glad. I think this is going to be one of those canvases that I'm going to be surprised by. Beautiful to work on. Gorgeous colour palette. I mean, you've got some stunning pinks, oranges, reds, bit of yellow. The nuder colours, some blue, some purple. It's just gorgeous. So I'm really pleased that I decided to make a start. So I think that's it from me on this video. I will be back very soon with another one. Please keep an eye out, or an ear out, for those updated news in the new year. There will be plenty of it coming, and thank you for joining me today. It is, as always, guys, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.